Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to my reading journey. Hope we're all doing fine. And today, I'm gonna read the second part of the Marionettes, the story I started yesterday. So let's do this. All right. Dr. James proceeded up 24th Street, which was, to all appearance, depopulated. Even the theatrical folks who attacked this district as a place of residence were long since abed. The drizzle had accumulated upon the street. Puddles of it among the stones received the fire of the arc lights and returned dead, shattered into myriad liquid spangles. Shattered myriad. A captious wind, shower-soaked and chilling, coughed from the laryngeal flues between the houses. As the practitioner's foot struck even with the corner of a tall brick residence of more pretentious than it follows, the front door popped open, and bowling negress clattered down. The steps to the pavement. Some medley of words came from her mouth, addressed, like as not to herself, the records of her race when alone and beset by evil. She looked to be one of that old vassal class of the South, voluble, familiar, loyal, irrepressible, voluble, irrepressible. Her person pictured it, fat, neat, aproned, kerchiefed. The sudden apparition spewed from the silent house, reached the bottom of the steps as Dr. James came opposite, her brain transferring its energies from sound to sight. She seized her claymore and fixed her eyes upon the case the doctor carried. Brass the load was the benison the side drew from her. Is you a doctor, sir? Yeah, I'm a physician, said Dr. James, pausing. Then for God's sake, come and see Mr. Chandler, sir. He done had a fit of something. He languished like he was dead. Miss Amy sent me to get a doctor. Lord knows where old Cindy scared. One up from, if you saw, hadn't come along. You've almost knowed 1/10,000 part of this doing day did be shooting going on, sir. Pistol shooting. 11 feet marked off on the ground, and everybody dueling. And that poor lamb, Miss Emmy. Lead the way, said Dr. James, setting his foot upon the step. If you want me as a doctor, as an auditor, I'm not open to engagements. The neck rest preceded him into the house and up a flight of tricky carpet stairs. Twice they came to dimly lighted branching hallways. At the second one, and now painting conductress turned to a hall, stopping at the door and opening it. I done brought the doctor, Miss Amy. Dr. James entered the room and bowed slightly to a young lady standing by the side of the bed. He set his medicine case upon a chair, removed his overcoat, throwing it over the case and the back of the chair, and advanced with the quiet self-possession to the bedside. There lay a man, sprawling as he had fallen, a man dressed richly in the prevailing mode, with only his shoes removed, lying relaxed and as still as the dead. There emanated from Dr. James an aura of calm force and reserve strength that was a manna in the desert to the weak and desolate among his patrons. Always had women especially been attracted by something in his secret manner. It was not the indulgent suavity of the fashionable healer, but a manner of poise, of sureness, of ability to overcome fate, of deference and protection and devotion. There was an exploring magnetism of his steadfast, luminous brown eyes, a latent authority in the impassive, even priestly tranquility of his smooth countenance that outwardly fitted him for the part of confident and consoler. Sometimes, at his first professional visit, women would tell him where they hid their diamonds at night from the burglars. With the ease of much practice, Dr. James's unrolling eyes estimated the order and quality of the room's furnishings. The appointments were rich and costly. The same glance had secured cognizance of the lady's appearance. She was small and scarcely past 20. Her face possessed the title to a winsome prettiness, now obscured by, you would say, rather a fixed melancholy than the more violent imprint of a sudden sorrow. Upon her forehead, above one eyebrow, was a livid bruise. Suffered, the physician's eye told him, within the past 6 hours. Dr. James' fingers went to the man's wrist. His almost vocal eyes questioned the lady. "I am Mrs. Chandler," she responded, speaking with the plaintive southern slur and intonation. "My husband was taken suddenly ill about 10 minutes before you came. He has had attacks of heart trouble before. Some of them were very bad." His closed state and the late hour seemed to prompt her to further explanation. "He had been out late to a supper, I believe." Dr. James now turned his attention to his patient. In whichever of his professions he happened to be engaged, he was wont to honor the case or the job with his whole interest. Alright, guys, we're gonna continue with this story tomorrow, and thank you for joining me today. See you tomorrow. Bye.